Okay, good afternoon, guys.
Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, today we are going to do the evaluation for the subjects that you will teach for this week, especially
Yeah.
for IPA, science, and math. Okay, so we just start from the homework of IPA. We
Can you
have
make it
the,
bigger, sir? Bigger.
oh ya,
Can you make it
okay,
bigger?
sure. Kita mulai dari pertanyaan pertama,
Oh
Miss.
iya. Oke, ini untuk IPA ya. Bola menggelinding di lantai, memiliki energi kinetik.
Ya,
Nomor 2, buku di atas meja memiliki energi potensial. Lampu yang menyala memiliki energi kinetik.
oke.
Rumus menghitung energi potensial adalah energi potensial M kali G kali H. M itu adalah massa benda, G itu adalah gravitasi, H itu adalah ketinggian.
Oke,
Salah satu contoh sumber energi, nanti murid-murid bebas untuk memilih, bisa matahari, air, angin, atau yang lainnya. Oke, lanjut sir,
oke.
nomor 1.
Next, we go to question number 5, nomor 5.
Apa yang dimaksud dengan gerakan sirkus? Gerakan sirkus adalah gerakan dengan penuh atraksi. Apa nama energi yang merupakan gabungan dari energi kinetik dan energi potensial pada suatu benda? Gabungan. Energi mekanik.
Energi mekanik, ya.
Apa sebutan bagi olahragawan yang terlatih secara fisik untuk mengikuti perlombaan? Atlet, disebut atlet.
Ya,
Simbol apa yang digunakan untuk menunjukkan perubahan? Simbol yang digunakan untuk menunjukkan perubahan itu adalah simbol delta.
ya.
Jenis energi apakah yang disebabkan oleh posisi dan adanya muatan listrik? Energi apa yang disebabkan oleh posisi? Jenis energi. Posisi dan adanya muatan listrik.
Ya, ini bicara tentang posisi. Yang berkaitan
Posisi
dengan
dan adanya muatan listrik.
Iya.
Energi potensial.
energi potensial.
Oke.
Tapi dia bicara tentang kombinasi antara posisi dan muatan listrik.
Energi potensial. Energi potensial listrik.
Iya.
Ya. Okay.
Karena dia bicara tentang energi listrik yang berada pada posisi tertentu.
Iya.
Oke, energi potensial listrik.
Ya, kami mempelajari beberapa jenis energi potensial sih. Salah satunya itu adalah energi potensial listrik.
Oke, Miss.
Mengapa buah mangga yang berada di pohon memiliki energi potensial dan bagaimana energi tersebut berubah saat buah mangga jatuh ke tanah? Mengapa buah mangga yang berada di pohon memiliki energi potensial? Nah, itu karena posisi buah tersebut berada di ketinggian sehingga menghasilkan energi potensial gravitasi. Bagaimana energi tersebut berubah saat buah mangga jatuh ke tanah? Jadi energi tersebut berubah ketika buah tersebut jatuh dari ketinggian ke tanah. Jadi berubah dari energi potensial menjadi energi kinetik.
Oke.
Nomor 2, mengapa busur panah yang diregangkan memiliki energi potensial dan bagaimana cara mengubah energi potensial tersebut menjadi energi gerak? Busur panah yang diregangkan memiliki energi potensial itu karena anak panah tersebut diregangkan sehingga menghasilkan energi potensial pegas. Caranya adalah dengan melepaskan busur panah tersebut sehingga mengubah dari energi potensial pegas menjadi energi gerak. Nomor 3, Sir.
Oke, nomor 3.
Seekor kucing bermassa 2 kg sedang duduk di pagar setinggi 3 meter. Jika percepatan gravitasi di tempat itu 10 meter per second kuadrat, berapakah energi potensial yang dimiliki kucing? Jadi dalam fisika kita mengetahui rumus energi potensial ya ditanya ya. Energi potensial itu rumusnya adalah massa dikali gravitasi dikali ketinggian.
Ya.
Jadi massanya di sini adalah 2 kg, itu dikali dengan percepatan gravitasi dikali 10 dikali dengan setinggi, berarti ketinggian kali 3. Berarti 20 kali 3 itu berarti 60 joule.
Oke.
60.
Berarti di sini satuan lain dari joule adalah kilogram meter per second kuadrat.
Iya.
Oke. Lanjut, Miss.
Oke, lanjut. Nomor 4 ya.
4.
Rina bermasa 40 kg memiliki energi potensial 800 Joule saat berdiri di tangga. Jika percepatan gravitasi 10 meter per second kuadrat, berapa tinggi tangga tempat Rina berdiri? Tinggi ya, yang tanya berarti tinggi. Nah, kalau kita seperti yang kita tahu, rumus energi potensial kan massa kali gravitasi kali ketinggian. Coba saya tulis ulang, massa dikali gravitasi kali ketinggian. Berarti kalau ditanya dia ketinggian, berarti energi potensial per massa dikali gravitasi itu sama dengan potensial 800 per massanya adalah 40 dikali 10. Itu sama dengan 800 per 4 kali 10, 400. Berarti dia 2 meter.
2 meter.
2 meter. Berarti ketinggianya adalah 2 meter. Oke, nomor 5.
Next, we move to number 5.
Sebentar saya hapus. Mobil bermasa 0,4 kg bergerak dengan kecepatan 15 meter per second. Berapakah energi kinetik? Nah, kalau energi kinetik ini berbeda rumusnya dengan energi potensial. Kalau di energi kinetik itu sama dengan setengah dikali M dikali V kuadrat, di mana M itu adalah massa, V itu adalah kecepatan. Jadi setengah dikali massanya 0,4 dikali 15 kuadrat. Itu sama dengan 0,2 dikali 15 kuadrat. 15 kali 2 kali 7. 225. 225. Berarti 0,2 dikali 225 itu 10. Berarti 45. 45 Joule.
45 Joule.
Ya. Setengah dikali massa kali kecepatan kuadrat. 0,2 kali 45 Joule.
Next, we move to science.
Number 1 for science, chlorine gas is a good conductor of electricity. Chlorine gas is a good conductor of electricity. It's false. Yeah, it's false because non-metals like chlorine and sulfur are poor electrical conductors. Most metals have higher density than non-metals. It is true. Elements in the periodic table are arranged by the mass of their atoms. Yeah, it's true because in our book explained that elements in the periodic table are arranged by the mass of their atoms. But now we have the new periodic table, but which is not it's not in our book that we are learning now actually. But I will give the additional explanation to them that in the new periodic table, the elements are arranged by the number of their atom. We call as a proton, the number of protons. So I will give the additional explanation later to them. Group number 4, group 1 elements like lithium and sodium are hard metals with high melting points. False. It is false because group 1 elements like lithium and sodium are soft metal with low melting points.
Yeah.
So lithium and sodium are low melting points. All elements in periodic are either metals or non-metals. It's false because all elements also contains of metalloid. So metal, metalloids, and non-metal. So yeah, they are 3 actually. So one more should be metalloid.
Okay. Next.
What is a chemical element with the symbol He? It is helium. Number 2, what do we call for a chart that organizes all known elements? Periodic table. What is the outermost solid layer of our planet? It is Earth crust. Number 4, sir.
plus, okay, number 4.
What do we call a process where substances change into new substances? It is chemical reaction. What is consists of a fixed number of different types of atoms chemically combined? It is a molecule of a compound. How do scientists observe atoms if they are too small? So the scientists use the special microscope that we call as the STM, or scanning tunneling microscope, because they are too small to be seen by using the ordinary microscope. So we use the STM. Why is there no subscript for oxygen in H2O? Because no subscript means that there is only one oxygen atom in the water molecule.
Okay, yeah, number 3.
Why can we identify the elements easily? Because each element has a unique proton in its atom. We call as atomic number.
Yeah, they have their own characteristic. So this one, yeah, we just skip this one. We go to the math then.
Math. It's counting. Many counting here. Okay, so
Yeah.
all countings. So okay, so we will solve. I will solve the following question. So 6a minus 5 equals 90. So it is 6a equals 90 minus 90 plus 5. So 6a equals 24. A 24 divided by 6, 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one number, is it numbers?
Actually, there is a mistake in numbering. It's okay. Just
Okay,
continue.
okay. Next, minus 3, minus 5b. Okay, minus 5b equals 12 plus 3 minus 5b equals 15. B equals minus 3. Next,
Minus 3. Yeah.
16. So we need to times them both of side. Both of them we need to multiply. 16 plus 8p equals 24. So 16 plus 8p. So 8p equals 24 minus 16. So 8p equals 8. So p equals 1. 8 divided by 8.
Or if you want to find the value of p, just move this 8, right? This
Yeah.
8 first. 24 divided by 8.
Directly.
Yeah.
We can do.
Next,
Yeah.
number 5.
Okay, next. 2k plus 3 equals 4k minus 9. So 2k minus 4k equals minus 9 minus 3. So minus 2k equals minus 12. So k equals 6.
12. Number 5.
Yeah,
9, 3. Yeah.
k equals 6 because minus 2k equals
12, right?
yeah, minus 12. Minus
So
9
k-
because we move.
Yeah.
Next 6.
Number 6.
Okay, number 6. Wait, what's that? Wait, 4n equals 3 plus 7. So minus 2n equals 10. So n equals minus 5. So number 6, the answer is minus 5n equals minus 5. Minus 6n
Yeah.
equals 3.
It's correct.
10. Okay, next. 7p 7p minus 2p equals 16 plus 4. So 5p equals 20. So p equals 20 divided by 5, 4.
It's 4.
Okay.
Okay. Let's move to the hot question. The hot question.
Okay. Why do we divide both sides by 2 in the equation 2x plus 8? Because we want to evaluate the x, because we want to evaluate x to make the equation balance.
Okay.
Number 2, why is it important to write equations for word problems? Because equations turn to real life into the math operations we can solve step by step.
Yeah. Next. Number 3.
Tom has Y marbles. Tom has Y marbles. Sam has 6 more marbles than Tom. Jack has 60 marbles, which is 5 times the number of marbles Sam has. How many marbles does Tom have? So 60 equals 5 times, yeah. 5 times Y plus 6. So 60 equals 5Y plus 30. So 60 minus 30 equals 5y. 5y equals 30. So y equals 30 divided by 5, 6.
Okay. 6.
6. Okay, number 4.
Number 4.
Alex practiced basketball for X hours last week. He spent 2/3 of his practice time on shooting drills. In total, he spent 6 hours on shooting drills. Write down an equation in terms of X and solve your equation to find the total number of hours Alex practiced basketball last week. So the answer is 2/3x equals 6. So, x equals, we will make it upside down. 2/3 become 3/2 times 6. So 18, yeah. 18/2 equals 9. So Alex practiced for 9 hours last week.
Yeah. 9 hours like last week. So the
Number
last.
5. Triangle DEF is isosceles with DE equals DF. The measure of DEF is 5x plus 5 degrees, and the measure of DFE is 3x. Okay, so 5x plus 5 degrees equals 3x plus 25 degrees. So 5x minus 3x equals 25 minus 5. So 2x equals 20. X equals 20 divided by 2, so x equals 10.
So x equals to 10. Okay.
Okay.
So I think that is clear for this homework. Now we will just go to the book. So I will open the book here.
We review next week. For review is English.
You have review science, right?
Science. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So before we go to the math, please explain the project first. Actually, you have informed me that the materials all has been provided, right? So it means we just and we have tried this one actually. So just try to explain what is the project about and what is the goals that the students need to understand this.
Okay, so for this on this Friday, we will do the project for science, which is about elements and compounds based on our title, chapter 5, yeah, elements and compounds. So later on Friday, I will provide the materials like balloons, maybe 3, 4, or 5 balloons, and then I will provide vinegar. I will provide spoon, and then funnel. I will provide also baking soda. baking soda, and then with water, and then also the plastic bottle, maybe like aqua bottle or another thing.
Yeah.
And then later we will demonstrate. I will explain this to them also. So we will put around 100 milliliters of vinegar to the how to say that, to the plastic bottle, and then after that we will pour the baking soda, maybe around two tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoon, using the funnel that we have provided, um, and using the spoon also, so it's not spilled out. I mean, and then we will see the chemical reaction there by mixing the
Vinegar.
vinegar and baking soda. But to make it faster, I mean the chemical reaction, we can shake down to see how the chemical reaction there by mixing both of the things, and then we will see that it can produce the how to say that, the carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide.
Yeah, and then it can inflate the balloon. I mean, so later they will observe, and then the conclusion will be by mixing the vinegar and the baking soda, it can create a chemical reaction, and then it can produce the how to say that, the carbon dioxide that can inflate the balloon like that, sir. So we will put the balloon, we will stretch the balloon over the neck of the plastic bottle.
Yeah. It means later, as the result, the balloon will grow bigger, right?
Yes,
Because
will be bigger.
the carbon dioxide will produce and fill the balloon.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. For this experiment later, because the chemical reaction will produce how to say, a bad smell actually. So maybe you can ask them to
Wear a mask.
Yeah, to wear a mask.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, and here we have a homework. Or no, this is question taken from the
Yeah.
math.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe we can try to solve question number 6.
6, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Siti's monthly salary is SX. She shaves 1/3 of her salary, which is around $4,000. Find the value of X. Oh wait, first I'm thinking.
Yeah.
1/3 X. Okay. Okay, so 1/3 is okay, so times 3. So 1/3, so 1/3 times 3 equals, 4,000 times 3. So because she shaved 1/3, right, of her salary, which is 4,000. So we need to times to 3. So we can make like this. So X equals 12,000. So
The money will be 12.
because it says 1/3, right? So we need to times to 3.
Yeah. Okay. The answer is correct. Yeah, but the way actually, maybe if you use this way, you have to write the expression first. So because the money that we need to find out is the X dollar, right? X dollar.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
So it means the expression must be 1/3 times X equal to
Oh,
4,000. So after that, because in your explanation you directly put X here, right? But in here there is no X.
Oh, so I need to put X before, yeah.
Yeah, you have
1/3 times
X,
X
equal
equals
to 4,000. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the students will know later where the X comes from, right? But this is already correct. It means if she saved 1/3 of her salary and it is 4,000, it means for the total salary that she has every month is 12,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Miss. Yeah, I think that is all for the book. So yeah, maybe we just go to the vocabulary list. Okay, for this vocabulary list, since for this week you have a science project, it means the vocabulary list available is from math and IPA. So we start from math first. We have algebraic manipulation.
Okay, algebraic manipulation is the process of rearranging and resolving equations. So, algebraic manipulation is rearranging and resolving equations using math rules uh, to solve for unknown values.
Okay, we have right hand side or RHS.
Okay, right hand side or RHS, it is the everything to the right of the equal sign. So an example like 2x plus 3 equals 9. So the RHS is 9.
Okay,
So it is
here.
different with left hand side or LHS. So it is everything it is everything to the left of the equal sign. So an example like just now, the example 2x plus 3 equals 9. So 2x plus 3 is LHS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, isosceles triangle.
It is a triangle that has an equal length. So it means also this isosceles triangle has an equal measure.
Has two equal length.
Yeah.
Only two. Okay. Next we go to IPA. We have simbol delta.
Simbol delta adalah simbol yang menunjukkan perubahan. Jadi simbol delta ini biasanya digunakan untuk menunjukkan perubahan atau selisih dalam berbagai bidang.
Energi konvensional.
Energi konvensional itu merupakan energi yang tidak dapat diperbarui. Jadi energi konvensional ini bisa berupa bahan bakar fosil seperti batu bara, gas bumi, minyak bumi dan gas alam.
Oke, yang terakhir energi mekanik.
Energi mekanik merupakan total dari energi kinetik dan energi potensial. Jadi energi mekanik ini merupakan gabungan dari energi kinetik atau energi gerak dan energi potensial atau energi yang tersimpan di dalam suatu benda.
Okay, Miss. Yeah, I think that is all for our evaluation today. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.